one rod's fishing. I'm just going to stick the other one out. Unclip the mackerel feathers. It's got a clip, Gemini clip on the end. The mackerel feathers handy. There's a rig ready prepared here. So we just clip that on. Now we've got a bit of bait. We've got frozen mackerel heads for bait. Frozen, really fresh, perfect. So you just want to get a thick hold on the mackerel head. Somewhere there, maybe there. Now with it being frozen, it will go right down to the bottom before it releases and before it starts to defrost. So if you give it a few stabs, it'll just act like a tea bag effect when it does start to defrost on the bottom. A bit down there. One's got a multiplier and the other one is this, which is the fixed spool. We'll just give this a whack out. And it doesn't have to be too far out from the rocks. Fish, they do feed fairly close in. So let that go down now. Just feel it going down. Sooner or later it'll stop as we hit the bottom. Okay, that's hit the bottom. So walk back to the rod stand. Don't disturb it at this point because you want the grips to anchor into the sand. So don't disturb it too much. Just gently pull up towards it. Gently pull it up until you get a very slight bend on the rod, but don't disturb it too much. So take all the slack line, most of the slack line back, but don't pull it really tight yet. Right, and then we'll just leave that to settle now for a minute. This is where now you've got to set the clutch. Big fish hunting, you'll just end up with the rod stand getting dragged into the sea if you get it wrong. So get the clutch right, attach your bell onto the end, and then the last check that you must do is go towards the sea, go back towards the rod and pull it so that you see that it'll give line without pulling your rod stand over, and that does. So there now, they're ready. We've got 2 mackerel heads out there fishing. Everything's good. You can tighten up a little bit more, and after a few minutes you can tighten up really tight so that you get a nice bend on the rod. Just initially, if you pull too hard, it'll just pull the grips back out the sand, and then you're left with the chance of a snag because the bait's just floating all around the sea. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, we're just starting to lose the light. So I'm just going to throw the pot in, which acts as good bait for the swim because there's blood in the swim. Also, you can catch lobsters and prawns. And if you're fishing overnight, check it every few hours because you'd be surprised. Rebaiting it and taking out whatever's in it. So this one I'm just going to leave all night. So throw it in. It'll find its way down. Fish it down to the bottom. Let it take as much line as it wants. Then just a case of finding a crack in the rock perfect, something like that. Pull it tight into there. Cut off the surplus and come back in the morning and we'll see what we've caught. And there goes the sun. Best time for fishing. Okay, we've had a lobster pot out all night. Now we're just going to see whether there's anything in it. Loaded it with probably equivalent, there's probably about 8 mackerel heads, or equivalent to say 3 or 4 mackerel. So we'll haul it up now, see if we've got anything for breakfast. Okay, we've got to be careful on these rocks. If there's any water gone on them, they are going to be slippy. So yeah, I've got to be careful to pick out the dry bits of rock. Okay. There's the rope. We'll just make our way over to that. Right. Let's give this lobster pot a haul and see if there's anything in it. Oh, it feels quite stiff. Ooh. Doesn't seem to be coming easy. So I'm just going to put this camera down while I give this a tug. Okay, I managed to pull the pot out, it just got snagged, needed a good tug. We're just going to have a little look what's in it. And it looks like there's a lobster in there. Now that has got to be one of the biggest rockling I've ever seen. There's a lobster. So we'll be having him for breakfast. Make sure he's out first, because now that's got to be, that's a huge rockling. And I think the record is only 1.9 pounds. So that's huge. Don't see him that big very often. And he's got a few mackerel heads in him as well. Well, that's a hell of a rockling. Oh dear. Quite a hardy fish, but yeah, 3-bearded rockling. There's a hell of a size. So he can go back. And then there's just a few other bits of pollock and small rockfish in there, and I'll empty those out now. And there's the lobster trying to get out. So well worth spending a £5 on these lobster nets. Brilliant.
It's a big one! It's a big one! Go ahead. Hey. Come on, what are you videoing?
Look at the crack of in his arse there. Got your own video, mate.